Franklin, the Next Generation Landscaping. Do me a favor before we get started. Subscribe to the channel, give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment. All feedback is good feedback in my opinion. Help out the channel a little bit. Don't forget to hit that notification bell as well to be abreast of what Next Generation got going on, all right? This is a pet peeve of mine. Customer right here, we've been doing her for a long time now, and she act like I'm 19 or 20. But it's all good, you know what I mean? Anything for the customer. But the neighbor got limbs hanging over onto her property, and it's hard for us to cut, but the customer don't want to pay and the neighbor don't want to pay, so we got a dilemma. You know, they keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then for me to do it, I'm gonna have to charge to do it. You know, some things, if it's on the customer, like if it was on the customer's property, you know, and by her being a senior, and I've been doing her, you know, for maybe about 10, 15 years now, or whatever, you know, some things I'll just go ahead and do, just not even bill them and keep it moving. You know what I mean? But by this being on the neighbor's property, I just can't do that. And the neighbor is acting kind of funny because, you know, she keeps her yard done, they don't keep their yard done, and you know, they just get nasty with it. But this is just something that is going to have to be extra. Let me show you. So here, as you can see, the property line goes down to that metal stake down there, all the way down there in the corner. That's where the property line is. So as you can see right here, you got, you know, low limbs coming. So if I'm cutting, you know, with the walk behind or whatever, I'm gonna instantly come up into these trees or whatever. Not unless, you know, I'm kneeling all the way down trying to get up under there like you saw in the beginning part, or however it may be. So my question is to you all, what would you do? Just do what you can do, just skim around it, go ahead, just cut the limbs down, or just, you know, leave it and just get what you can get. You know, my assumption is, I told the customer I would do as much as I could, you know, without leaving a big mess. You know, I do that every time we come. But, you know, for legal purposes, or just to keep the static down with the customer, I don't bother the tree because I just don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like dealing with the hassle and the static. Let me show you. Because this thing is real low down to the ground, but the only way that I can get it is to get the consent from the neighbor, and the neighbor go ahead and pay for it. You know what I mean? So, but if the neighbor gave me consent and said, yeah, just go ahead and cut with a little bit of limbs or whatever, I'll go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? But if she wants to go detailed or whatever, then the neighbor gonna have to pay for that, or have it maybe, because it is on their property. But, you know, the customer don't want to pay for it, you know what I mean? Which is understandable, you know, but it's just hard, and it's just a, you know, a catch-22 type of thing. You know, you want to do right by your customer, but you know what I mean, you just don't want to, you know, create no tension, no static with the neighbor next door, because all in all, when she come outside, she's gonna have to see her anyway. I'll be at home chilling, you know what I mean, with a couple cold ones, you know what I'm talking about. You know, when them long days hit, boy, you be ready to kick them boots off, man, and go, yeah, go pop a couple. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, just leave a comment below. Well, you know, what's your guys' take on it? You know what I mean? Because I just don't want to, you know, create no static between nobody, so I just leave it, get what I can get, you know, how it may be. Just like this right here. We had a big storm that came by and blew this tree up. So the county came by and cut some of it up, but left a lot of it right here. So, you know, I only can do what I can do. And the, you know, customer said they're supposed to come back and pick it up, or however it may be, and she ain't trying to pay for that either, you know. So it is what it is. So leave me a comment. I'm about to go ahead and get to work, get this knocked out. I'll be back to you in a second.
Hello, this is Raglan, a Next Generation Landscaping. I just wanted to reiterate real quick that when servicing your customers, especially for the senior citizens, okay, try to do as much as you can for the seniors. You know, sometimes doing a good deed for the seniors will benefit you in the long run, okay? Doing good deeds go a long way when it comes to referrals, okay? So if that, like, say for instance, if this tree was on her property, I would have took care of it, you know, for no problem for her. You know what I mean? That way it'd have been clear. We'll be able to go in there and do what we got to do and get on out of there. You know what I mean? But by being on a neighbor's property and the neighbor want to act nasty and don't want us to touch the tree and stuff like that, you know, I just told her that, hey, you know, just to keep the static down, we won't touch it and we'll just get, you know, as much as we can with this. But, you know, shortly you'll see that I'll be able to, you know, duck down, and like in the previous video, duck down and get up under the tree to go ahead and get it. Okay, so in certain instances, if it doesn't take that long, see, like right here, see, I was able to slow down, you know, go up under and this and that, and, you know, go ahead and get it for them and this and that, or however it may be. But if it's something, you know, for your senior citizens that, you know, you can go ahead and do, and it won't take that long and this and that, just go ahead and square them away and be done with it. You know, now if it's like pretty much a big job which is going to take some time, yeah, I understand charging and this and that, or however it may be. But for something that's probably going to take, you know, maybe about 5, 10, 15 minutes, you know, just go ahead and just get it out the way, or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna do a video in the soon as the fall hit, because she's gonna want, you know, some of that pampas grass that's up against the back of the house. You're gonna want that cut down. Okay, so but you know, that's a charge, because that's, you know, more than 5, 10, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Okay, but you know, just, you know, sometimes, you know, when it's, you know, neighbors are acting, you know, messy, when the neighbors are acting, you know, kind of funky, when the neighbors are, you know, just being spiteful because, you know, one person is keeping their yard up and the other person is, you know, and they're not keeping their yard up, they can be, you know, a little bit spiteful. They can be a little bit nasty. They can be a little bit, you know, difficult to deal with. You know what I mean? So just go ahead, you know, just take care of it for them. Get as much as you can, and, you know, not even, you know, get into an argument, you know, with the neighbor or anything like that. Because if you go ahead and you cut it, there's no telling what they'll do. They may, you know, try to, you know, do legal action or whatever. I know it's a couple limbs or whatever, but if you would have heard how this, you know, the neighbor was talking, you will understand, you know, why I just didn't even, you know, bother with it, or have it may be. And I've been doing this customer for a long time now, so, you know, and we've been going back and forth for, you know, maybe the past 2 seasons. We've been going back and forth about, you know, that tree and cutting certain things back on the tree, and, you know, and then, you know, certain storms or something like that, they would have limbs falling back on the property, and they would wonder why we would, you know, just stack the limbs back on her property or however it may be, because it came from, you know, your tree. You know what I mean? So if it's coming from your tree, you know, yeah, I'm gonna just stack it, you know, and put it, you know, on the curb line or however it may be. That way you'll know that, you know, it came from your tree, and, you know, you can dispose of it how you want to dispose of it. And if you want us to dispose of it, you know, it'll cost you, you know, a fee for us to dispose of it. You know what I mean? So, but if it was on our customer's property, yeah, we would, take care of it, with no problem and things of that nature or have need be. Okay. So, especially the seniors, some elderly customers, maybe young customers, if it's something, that takes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes just to go ahead and knock out real quick. You don't even have to always put a price tag on it. You can just go ahead and knock it out because, referrals will go a long way. That'll go a long way with seniors. That will go a long way with, just certain people. You know what I mean? And if you run across that person that just really don't appreciate, the effort that you put in, then hey, to stop. You know what I mean? And put a price tag on it, So it'll go a long way, and you never know what, may come back to you. Okay? But, like I said before, if it was on her property, I would have took care of it with no problem. But by it being on the neighbor's property, I just went ahead and just, left it alone. Okay? So, this is Raglan from Next Generation Landscaping. Keep persevering by any means necessary. Oh, and in the video, I'm using my 48-inch Viking, the 2620 Echo string trimmer, and I'll be using the 8010 Echo blower, towards the end. All right, so just stay towards the end. Check out the finished product, and leave a comment below, and don't forget, to give it a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay? Enjoy the video, guys, and I hope, that you enjoy it, and I will see you soon. All right? And until the next time, this is Raglan Jr. See ya!
Yeah, I blew glass in the street. Don't judge me. You act like you ain't done it. Back to the video.